everyone, Namaskara. Today let us discuss about the drug description from the second paper of Adwitiyah. These are the points to be covered under each drug that we discuss under this topic, and totally there are 97 drugs mentioned in our second paper, and they may ask about any drug with the following points like write the habit, habitat and varieties of the following drugs, and they may give about 4 to 5 drugs, or they may ask about rasa panchakas of the following drugs like that. So these points are to be covered under each drug. Let us look into each of them. That is, firstly we should start with the introduction and then the basonym of the drug, botanical name and the family name, vernacular names, that is the regional names, what we call the drug in Kannada, English and Hindi, Gana vargikarana, Acharya Charaka, Acharya Sushruta and Acharya Bhava Prakasha, under which Gana or Varga they have explained the drug. So we should mention that. Paryaya, according to the morphology, properties or actions, or Utpatti Sthana also. Then the habitat, that is the Utpatti Sthana, where we can find the drug commonly. Varieties, according to different acharyas like Rajanigantu, or according to different species. Then the morphology of the drug, in that especially the habit is the most important one, that is the Swarupa of the drug. Prayoga, which part of the drug is useful. Rasa panchakas, that is rasa, guna, virya and vipaka, and prabhava if mentioned in the drug. Then the karma, especially the dosha karma, how it acts on the particular doshas. Then the pharmacological actions and the phytoconstituents of the drug. At last we shall look into the Rogagnata and Amayika prayoga of each drug. Now let us begin it with the drug Arjuna. As soon as we hear the name Arjuna, we should mainly remember that it is related to the cardiac related problems. Here are few interesting facts about this drug. Acharya Chakradatta has said that the bark decoction of Arjuna along with Kshira or along with the Grutta, it is mainly indicated in the Rudroga. Then the Kvata is used for the ulcer wash, and the bark ash is used in the snake bite and the scorpion sting. The folklore practitioners from Kanchipuram, that is from Tamil Nadu, they have said that the Arjuna bark powder is to be boiled with water and the steam is to be inhaled for headache, means it cures the headache. And they have also said that the bark powder boiled with water kills the worms in teeth by doing the Gandusha or Kavala. Then the Malabar tribe from Kerala, they have said that the fresh leaf juice of Arjuna is best for the earache, and the bark powder is again best for the heart ailments. Then from the Orissa, the tribal people, they use this dried bark powder of Arjuna along with the rice washed water, that is the manda what we say in Ayurveda. So they use that for hematuria, that is blood in urine. So these are some interesting facts related to the drug Arjuna. Let us begin with the basonym of the drug. Archayati Prapayati Rudyatam. Arjuna is a drug which is mainly helpful in the cardiac related ailments and it strengthens the heart. Then the botanical name of this drug is Terminalia Arjuna. Family name is Combretaceae family and it belongs to Haritaki Kula in Ayurvedic classics. Then the vernacular names or the regional names are, in English we call it as white murda, in Kannada as bili matti, and in Hindi it is called as Arjun. Coming to the Paryaya namas, that is the synonyms. Based on the habit, there are many more synonyms than this, but I have mentioned here the frequently asked and the most important ones. Coming to the Paryaya based on the habit, that is Nadi Sarja, means it commonly grows on the river banks. Then based on the morphology, Shvetavaha, the bark of the tree is white when it is cut. Here we can see in this image, the bark of the tree is white. And then Madhugandhi Prasupnakaha, means the flowers of this Arjuna tree is Madhugandhi, means it pleasantly smells. The flowers of this tree smells pleasantly. And then Kakuba, it is a large spreading tree, means it spreads, its branches are so widely spreaded as shown in this picture. And then based on the properties and the actions, Indradruha, means Indradru means it has a many medicinal value, and Veera Vruksha, it is a very important tree. Rudroga Vairi, this is most important, as I have mentioned earlier, it is mainly helpful in the cardiac related ailments. Then Shwasaneshwara, it is helpful in relieving the Shwasa. This is the bark of the tree Arjuna. Here we can notice the white colored patches on this bark. The next point is the Gana vargikarana. Acharya Charaka has mentioned it under the Udarda Prashamana Varga. Then Acharya Sushruta has mentioned it under Nagrodadi Gana and Salasaradi Gana, and Bhava Prakasha Nigantu it is mentioned under Vatadi Varga from 26th to 27th. Further moving on to the habitat, that is the Utpatti Sthana, and habit, that is the Swarupa of this Arjuna tree. Habitat, where it is found commonly, it is a naturally growing plant in dense forests throughout India. And habit, that is Swarupa, it is a large tree, as I have already shown you in a picture, with large trunk and horizontally spreading branches. That's why it has a synonym called Kakuba, which it spreads over a larger area. Now let us discuss about the morphology of this tree Arjuna. Firstly, the bark, it is smooth, grey, flicking off in the flat pieces. The sapwood is reddish white and the hardwood is brown in color. You can see in this picture, the bark of the tree is smooth and grey and it flakes off in the large flat pieces. And the sapwood is reddish white and the hardwood is darkly brown in color. Then the leaves, it is sub-opposite, 10 to 15 centimeters long, 4 to 5 centimeters wide. The shape is oblong or elliptic oblong. The apex is obtuse or subacute, and it has a reticulate venation and it has 10 to 15 pairs. Here we can see it is not exactly alternate arrangement also, and it is not opposite also. So it is the sub-opposite, and length is 10 to 15 centimeter and width is 4 to 7 centimeter. It varies from leaf to leaf, and the apex is obtuse. It is not exactly acute also, so it can be called as subacute, and it has a reticulate venation, and it consists of about 10 to 15 pairs. Then coming to the petiole, it is 0.5 to 1 centimeter long and it has 1 to 2 glands at the top of the petiole, that is immediately just below the leaf. As we know that when it comes to the identification, we know that it is difficult to identify between the leaves of Arjuna and Ashoka tree. So this is the main identifying feature between those two leaves, that is it has these two glands at the top of the petiole or just immediately below the leaf. By this identifying feature, we can differentiate the leaves. Then the inflorescence is short axillary spikes or the terminal panicles. As we can see in this picture I have shown earlier, it is short axillary spikes. Continuation of the morphology of the plant. Flowers, it is sessile, that is there is no pedicel or the stalk, what we generally call it as. As we can see here, it doesn't have the pedicel. And then the fruit, it is drupe type and 2.5 to 5 centimeter in diameter. Shape is ovoid or oblong. It is glabrous, that is absence of hair on the surface. Then color is dark brown. We can see here in this picture. Based on the pictures itself, we can remember the morphology easily. And then the prayoga part used, it is the bark, as I have earlier said from the introduction. It is flat or slightly curved. I have shown you in this specimen, and it is 5 to 10 mm thickness. Fracture is fibrous. It can be used during the practicals, and order, it is not specific. The phytoconstituents are hydrolyzable tannins. It consists of 15% of these tannins. Triterpenoid saponin, arginolic acid. It is a rich source of calcium and the magnesium. Arjunic acid, arginine, and arginatine. Further moving on to Rasa Panchakas. Rasa is Kashaya Rasa Pradhanatva in Arjuna. Guna is Lagu and Ruksha Guna. Vipaka is Katu Vipaka. Virya is Shita Virya, and Prabhava is Rudya. Here no need to by heart all these things. If you just remember, Arjuna is mainly indicated in case of cardiac issues, right? So it is to be remembered that it is Kashaya Rasa Pradhanatva. Based on that, see, for heart related problems means it should be Lagu, it should not be Guru, right? So it is Lagu and Rukshaguna. As it is Kashaya Rasa, it gets converted into Katu Vipaka. When there will be exceptions, then we need to remember that, but as here we can correlate, by that we can remember that. And as it is good for Rudya, it is again Shita Virya, and Prabhava is always Rudya. Dosha Karma is Kapha Pitta Shamaka. Based on this Rasa Panchaka, we can say that why Kapha Shamaka? Because Kashaya Rasa Pradhanatva, and then Katu Vipaka is there, so it is Kapha Shamaka. And why it is Pitta Shamaka? Again Kashaya Rasa and Shita Virya is there, so Pitta Shamaka. Then karma, it is rudya, shvasahara. In paryaya itself we have seen that it is rudya and shvasahara. Then bhagna sandhanakara, vrana ropaka, rakta pittahara. Based on karma we can again see the rogagnata. Karma is what action it does and rogagnata is where it is indicated. So we have to indicate in it diseases, right? So in Rogagnata we have to mention the diseases in which we can give this. It is when it is Rudya, its action is Rudya, we can indicate it Rudroga. When its action is Shvasahara, we can indicate in Shvasa. Similarly, Bhagna Sandhanakara is its action and Bhagna is the condition where we can indicate this. Then Urhakshata, chest pain, Rakta. Then Medoroga, as it is Kapha Shamaka, in Medoroga we can indicate that, and as well as Prameha. Then the pharmacological actions means according to modern, these are the specific actions mentioned for Arjuna. It is cardiotonic, antidysenteric, diuretic and antihypertensive. Then the Amayika prayoga. What do we mean by Amayika prayoga? It means the mode of administration or therapeutic administration. Rudroga. In that condition, Arjuna bark along with Goduma, it is cooked with oil, gruta, guda, that is the jaggery, and kshira and administered. Then in Shukrameha, that is Parmachurya, Arjuna Kashaya is prepared and administered. Then in Tvak Rogas, Arjuna Tvak Kalka is along with Madhu is administered and it is best indicated in Vyanga. It is also a kind of Tvak Vikara. Then in Bhagna conditions, Arjuna bark powder along with Laksha, Gukulu and Anupana here is Gruta taken internally. It promotes the union of the fracture. And during this administration, the person should be asked to stay on the milk diet. Then the matra, dosage. In Kwata form, 60 to 100 ml is administered. Suda form, 3 to 6 grams. And in Kshira Paka, as we know in Vaishajya Kalpana, we have the preparation called Arjuna Kshira Paka. So minimum it can be administered to 20 to 30 ml. Then the adulterants are Terminalia alata and Terminalia tomentosa. Actually, in the beginning of this video, I had mentioned few points which are to be present in all the drugs, that is 97 drugs also. In that, I had forgotten to mention about the Vishista yogas, that is the formulations for each drug. So please add it there. And the Vishista yogas for Arjuna is Arjuna Gruta, Kakubadi Vati and Kakubadi Churna, Arjunadi Siddha Kshira and Arjunadi Taila. With this, we shall conclude our today's video by discussing about this drug Arjuna. See you all in the next video. Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Stay tuned with Adwitiyah.